Brad Katona takes on Merab Dvalishvili this weekend at UFC on ESPN +9 Ottawa. Fight night 151, Cerrone versus Iaquinta. It's on the main card, guys. They're trying to push Brad Katona, but I think they've given him a bit of a tough challenge in Merab Dvalishvili. Because Merab himself is a savage, in my opinion. He comes into the UFC, he has that weird fight with Ricky Simone, where it's kind of... Ricky Simone's obviously gone on and he's now ranked, I believe. I think he's ranked number 15 by default because someone else moved off the rankings. But it was a position where he was winning the fight. Ricky Simon mounted him with a guillotine, and was he out? Wasn't he out? Like, it was a weird thing. And then to decide whether or not he was out or not, they decided to give the decision as a TKO from a submission. So even if they fucking were right, they've got the fucking down in history wrong. He's in a guillotine, and they're wondering if he was out or not after the fight was over. I thought he wasn't at the time, but then I looked back and I thought, okay, he is. Especially after the fight. At the time when the guillotine is in, I was like, no, he's still kicking. And then afterwards, when Ricky Simon heard the bell and got up, I thought, oh no, he was out. Let's be real. But then they give it a TKO. I know, guillotine, let's give it a TKO. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Either way, Merab bounces back against Cerrone Ware. Cerrone Ware's a journeyman, a tough guy. But I actually like Merab. I really do like Merab. He came off of Dana White's looking for a fight. He fights out of Ray Longo and Matt Serra's gym. Nice guy, dancer. He's pretty good, guys. He's really fucking good. And he's taking on Brad Katona, and I think he's going to beat Brad Katona. Even though they're trying to push Brad Katona so hard. They're really trying to push him. Because he's undefeated. You know what I'm saying? He kind of looks the part without the glasses. They're just trying to push him. You know, they're giving him some easy tasks. They give him Matthew Lopez. Matthew Lopez might be the shittest guy to ever grace the octagon. I don't know how he got into the UFC. Must have been fighting fucking bums, because he came into the UFC 10-1 and then immediately started losing. Lost 3 in a row immediately. So they gave Brad Katona as his test for the UFC, a guy coming off 2 losses. Do you know what that means? It means they're trying to push him. And they're trying to give him some free wins to build his confidence and let him evolve a bit longer. So that's what happens. Brad Katona's a phenomenal wrestler. Trains under John Kavanagh, I believe. Maybe he's changed camps, I'm not sure. But from last I remember, he trains under John Kavanagh. John Kavanagh has some weird things to say about him. I've seen an interview where John Kavanagh calls him a bully in practice. You know what I'm saying? Some of the little kids come in and Brad Katona will lose a position and then just bully the kids. So he's a cunt, first of all. He's an absolute cunt. That's established. And I don't know why he wears glasses. I don't know why he chooses to wear glasses. In his interviews and just in general, why would you choose to have them on? You don't need to see the camera that you're looking at clearer. You know what I'm saying? It's never made it. Maybe he really is that short-sighted, but he can't be if he's fighting for a living. So why wear the glasses? They just make you way less marketable. I have no idea why he does it, but he does it, boys. He does it. And it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Why would you fucking wear glasses when you're trying to sell a fight? You nerd. Why would you do that? You're immediately 10,000 followers down. You know what I'm saying? Start at minus 10,000 followers if you've got glasses on in a fight game. You fucking dork. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people are going to think. They see a guy with glasses, a 135 pounder. What fucking nerd. You know, and he takes them off. All of a sudden, you're like, whoa, okay, sorry, mate. Didn't mean to step on your toes there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to call you a nerd. But then you put the glasses back on, you're a fucking dweeb. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it worked in the fight game. Either way, he's talented. I think he's bitten off a bit more than he can chew with Merab Dvalishvili. I feel like this is even though he went through tough and he had a good showing and he won, it wasn't the most talent-stacked season of tough, in my opinion. He got his contract, though, which was nice. Got the win. He's marketable. I just feel like this is... Merab's had a tough road. He's had his losses. He won loads in a row. Matt Serra's on his team. So if Brad Katona takes him down... You know, some of that Serra Jiu-Jitsu is going to come in very fucking handy when you got Brad Katona trying to take you down all the time. I feel like Merab's just going to be way better on the feet as well. Just in general. You know, Merab, in my opinion, is just a more seasoned version of Brad Katona, if I'm honest with you guys. He's a bit older. You know, he's got a much longer reach. Is that fucking... How much longer is that reach? 163 centimetres to Brad Katona to 172 centimetres to Merab Dvalishvili. So that's a good 9 inches he's got on him. 9 centimetres he's got on him, which is probably around 3 inches. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's a good reach advantage to have, and I feel like Merab's going to get the job done, if I'm honest with you guys. I feel like the Ricky Simone one, he was winning the fight, and then he sort of relaxed a bit at the end, and Ricky Simon just jumped straight into a fucking guillotine mounted, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was still... Because when you're losing, you're way more switched on at the end of a fight than a guy who's winning. You know what I'm saying? When a guy's winning, he's looking at the clock like, oh, I've just got to survive for 30 more seconds. You know what I'm saying? I've just got to not get hit for 30 more seconds and I'm good. But when you're losing, I've got 30 more seconds to win, is what you're going for. And they ended up giving it to Ricky Simone, even though it was a weird fucking decision. I'm going with Merab, though. I think he's going to get the job done, boys. So, if you put your money on Katona, I'd recommend switching it up, because he beat a bunch of tin cans. You know what I'm saying? He beat a bunch of tin cans. Doesn't make any sense. Other than this Jay Cutelinho, but then when you see these undefeated guys coming up, like even just Brad Katona, let's look at his record, because you see these guys coming up, and you see their record. Oh my god, he's 7-0 before he joins the UFC. This guy must be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated 7-0. This is a great guy. And then I'm doing it right now as I'm doing this video. I'm looking into the record. Immediately I pick out, right, Patrick Ward. Who's that? Right, he's 2-1 and he didn't fight ever again after he... You know what I'm saying? He hasn't fought since February 2018. You know? And after he lost to Brad Katona, he took 2 years off. You know what I'm saying? 2-1. What's the point? You know what I'm saying? His age is not available. That's how low he is. Josh Rich, let's look at his other win that he got. Right, he's 3-3 and he lost 3 in a row before Brad Katona beat him. You know what I'm saying? And you look again. Brad Katona, what's another one on his undefeated list? Austin Ryan, let's go into him. Right, well, he's 6-1. Right, he's decent. I'll give him that. But he's a flyweight. Right then. That makes a lot of sense. He came up from flyweight to fight Brad Katona and lost. See what I mean? Like, there's reasoning behind undefeated records. So when you see a guy like Brad Katona coming into the UFC, I saw it with Randy Costa. When you see Brad Katona come into the UFC, you see 7-0 before he even joins the promotion. Wins the tough, gets 7-0. Now he's 8-0. You look at him and you're like, right, let's actually look into these wins. And then you realise, oh wait, he's been fighting mongs. He's been fighting absolute trash to get here. You know what I'm saying? I prefer guys with nice, good old seasoned veterans on their record when they're coming through the pro scene. And I feel like all guys that are attempting to join the UFC shouldn't... It's going to turn into boxing so quickly, if I'm honest with you guys. I can see it happening in the next 5 years. You're going to see guys getting signed to the UFC at like 20-0. You know what I'm saying? They fought absolute nobodies. So I feel like before you join the UFC, you should just test yourself against another guy with an undefeated record coming up doing the same thing you're doing, beating a bunch of nobodies. Just cancel each other out and then prove to yourself, okay, I'm good enough. You know what I'm saying? Because if the guy that you beat that's on a similar streak to you beat him, that means that you're better than him, and if he gets a win in the UFC, you're still better than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just challenge yourself before you get signed, in my opinion. That's what I feel like people should do. And they shouldn't worry about risking an undefeated. Because Dana White, although an undefeated record looks nice, Dana White looks into these things. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen him on the Tuesday Night Contender Series. He walks around and he sees a good win. A really good win of a guy knocking someone out in the first round. And he'll be like, I want to see him face someone a bit better. That's always the thing that he says when he moves on to the next guy and someone doesn't get signed. Face someone a bit better. Build up your repertoire. Beat a name that Dana White somehow remembers from somewhere. And that's how you're going to get your signing. But, hey, power to Brad Katona, undefeated. I just feel like Merab Dvalishvili is going to get the win, boys. He's had a tough road. He's fought tough guys. I'm giving it to him. Merab. Let's go. Let's go Longo fight team. You know what I'm saying? Sarah Longo. All the way. Weidman. Vellante. Aljamain Sterling. You know what I'm saying? If you got these guys around you, And your training partner for this fight, who's also having a fight soon, is going to be Aljo. That's some good training that Brad Katona isn't getting over at SBG. See you later, boys. Thanks for watching.